Hello there. So it says I'm unmuted. Nope. Hopefully that's all right. Okay, so we're going to do 15-minute abs here. So hope you've had a chance to have just a little warm up. So with these 15-minute ones, I'm just going to make sure that the 15 minutes are all about the exercises. So it's important for you just to make sure you have time to do a little bit of a warm up and a little bit of a stretch when you finish. Okay, so let's get started. So the first exercise on my little list is toe taps. Okay, so you're going to get on the floor, lie on your mat. So you want to think about your hips, knees and feet to be all around the same distance apart, as in width. Okay, so you're nice and lined up. And then to start off with, you're going to bring your knees up and your feet up, and you're going to have your hands out here. So what I'm looking for is to think about this as a 90-degree angle and that as a 90-degree angle if you can. And once you're in that position, you want to really push your back into the floor. So it's very easy to sort of have your back off the floor, but what you really want to do is really push your middle part of your back into the floor, and that's going to really squeeze together your abs here, okay? And that's really important. And once you've recognised that feeling, that's the position that we're going to want to keep all the way through this workout, okay? And all the way through each exercise. And one of the things I think about is imagine that you've got your bottom of your ribs here and then the top of your hips there. You want to think about that as a square that you're going to really sort of pull in nice and tightly. Quite often people think about drawing the belly button in. That can be something that you use sometimes, but for these exercises you really want to think that you're bracing your core, you're locking in at the front, and if you're going to push on your belly like I am here, sort of quite forcefully, you're going to have your stomach braced and all your muscles engaged, and that's what we're going for throughout this. Okay, so your knees are going to be up, hands are going to be in front of you at shoulder height, press your back into the floor, and then you're taking one leg down at a time. You're going to put your heel to the floor and tap the mat behind you. So you're going back from the thigh rather than bending your knee to tap down, okay? If it's too difficult, you can bend your knee a bit more and go down with your toes, okay? But really, if you can, we're trying to get your heels down. So we're going to keep going on those for a little bit longer because we've had a chat. 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what the counting is for this. 7. We'll go to 10, 8, 9, and 10. And then relax. Okay. So next on my list is an ab crunch with a weight. So you can get one of your dumbbells, and this is going to go behind your head. Okay. Keep it in the same position as for the toe taps. And again, you want to push that lower back into the floor so these muscles all stay nice and tight. You're going to grab your weight over your head, and then you're going to come forward and just touch your thighs and then go back. And even when you go back, don't let this go. Keep this tight all the time. So we're going to do 12. I'll try and count this time. I'll try and concentrate. Let's go. So 1. Keep that stomach nice and tight. 2. 3. So you're just curling up your shoulders and your head off the floor to give your stomach an extra squeeze. 5. 6. And you can use a heavier weight if you want. Lost count. Can't talk and count. Used to be able to, I can't anymore. So I think this is 10. 11. Last one. And 12. And then back down and rest. Okay, so I'm going to come up and see what's next. So, next one is going to be a mountain climber. So, it's good to work your muscles on your stomach from this direction. Admittedly, this can be quite a challenging exercise, but don't worry, if it's too difficult, you can just try and lift your knees off the floor as long as you can, and then just come down when you've had enough. So that's the easy alternative for this, just to come in this nice all four position, turn your toes under, lift your knees up, and just hold in that position. Doesn't matter if you can only hold for 1 second and then stop, just you build up from there. If you're able to do mountain climbers, you're going into a high plank, which lets your bottom stick up. You're still having your stomach nice and tight like we had before, and you're just walking in 1 foot at a time. And you're trying to keep this bit as still as you possibly can, and just your legs come in. So let's go, we're going to do 12 on each side. So don't step in too far, just keep it easy on yourself. Nice and slow. This is 4, 5. Look your head forward rather than looking at your feet. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then put your knees down and just relax for a minute. Okay. Then we're going to turn around. Get your weight again. So this time we're going to sit upright. See how I'm bringing my shoulders back, lifting up my chest. I'm having this strong, solid feeling through my stomach again. Don't want rounded shoulders. I want to be up nice and straight like this. I'm going to start with my weight held out in front of me, and then I'm going to turn from side to side. My head is following my hands. Okay? So when you're ready, let's do 12. 1, 2, keep that stomach nice and solid. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and then rest. Okay. Our last exercise is going to be a 15-second plank. So, a couple of options here. You can either do a plank like this with your arms straight. You sort of need to correct myself there. So ideally, you want to sort of try and get in a nice straight line. But don't worry if you have to start a little bit higher up like this, okay? If you are used to doing planks, you can do them with your elbows bent. You're going to be in this position. Again, you're really going to focus, whichever option you do, at really tightening this part of your stomach and keeping that contracted all the way through. Now, if you can't do planks, just do the one that we did before, which was just lifting up, okay? And going on your knees and starting from there, and we'll build up over time. So for this, I'm going to go in the middle. I'm going to start with a straight leg plank. Just have your head forward. Try not to let your head poke down, so keep your neck nice and straight. And then when we're ready, we're just going to hold for a count of 10, but you can come down wherever you want. Okay, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then rest. Okay, so with all of these, it doesn't matter how long you can do them for. Take as many breaks as you can, rest in between, and just start with the easy version and then build your way up. And then you'll just find over time that you'll be able to improve and increase what you're actually capable of doing. If there's anything that you just really can't do, just either sit them out or just repeat something that you've been able to do as well. Okay, so let's go again with this round. So we're going to start off with our toe taps. So hands in the air, feet up, push that back into the floor, and then we're going back. So tap into the floor for 12, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and then rest. Okay, so we're going to get your weight again, and we'll do the little ab crunch. So again, you're going in the same position as you did for the previous exercise. Push that back into the floor. Keep all this nice and tight. You're going to hold onto your weight, and then you're bringing it forward to the middle of your thighs. Okay, do a little crunch. So when we get ready, let's do 12. So 1, 2, and tuck your chin in rather than sticking your chin out, and that can make it a little bit easier on your neck. 3, 4, keep that back nice and pressed into the floor. 5, and really squeeze as you come up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, and 12, and then rest. Okay, so we're going to turn around and go into the mountain climber. So again, if you don't want to do this, just sit it out, or you can do the kneeling plank option as well. So we'll just do a few and rest as often as you need to. So nice and wide, spread out your hands, spread out your fingers, keep your bottom up a little bit higher if you want to make it easier, and you're just stepping in. Don't have to be a big step as well. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, keep it nice and controlled. 6, 7, try not to move your body backwards and forth from side to side. 10, 11, and 12, and then put your knees down, and then rest for a sec. Okay, then we're going to do our Russian twist. All right, so sitting up nice and tall, pulling your stomach in here so you get this nice solid feeling, shoulders back, chest lifted, and let's go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and then down. And then we'll do our plank. So we're going to do a kneeling version this time, and we're going to hold it for 10 seconds. So spread your hands out nice and wide, turn your toes over, pick whichever version you're going to do, and then when you're ready, let's go. Okay, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then rest. Okay, well done. Okay, so we've got 3 minutes. We're speeding up on each time. We're going to go around again. So if you're still up for it, keep going. Okay, so lying on the floor, back pressed in nice and solid, and then when you're ready, we're going to tap our heels down to the floor. Okay, so 1, 2, squeeze that stomach together here, nice and solid. 4, 5, and breathe as well. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, and 12, and then put your feet down. Where's our weight? All right, so when you're ready, you're going to stay in the same position, push that back into the floor, make sure this is nice and solid, you're holding your weight, and you're doing a little crunch up to your thighs, bringing the weight forward. So let's go for 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep that back pulled in, keep squeezing and your chin tucked in. 2 more. 11. 1 more. And 12. And then down. Okay, so we're going to turn over, do our mountain climbers. So when you're ready, pull that stomach in, nice and solid through your core, nice and firm through your hands, and then let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and then knees down. So I'm going to get the weight, and we're doing our Russian twist, it's called. So sitting up nice and straight, stomach solid, shoulders back, chest lifted, and then let's go. Don't forget to look at your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep breathing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then you can put your weight down, and then we'll do our last plank. All right then, so I'm going to do the elbow version now. So one of each time. We'll start here. We're going to really pull in. I always ask my clients to pull up onto the knees and really make sure this is solid first, and then you're going to take your knees off. So when you're ready, let's go for 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then rest. Lovely. Okay. And that's our little 15-minute abs done. So that targets all the different muscles in the stomach. I'm working in lots of different directions. So really good all-round session. So nice and easy just to have a few stretches, just lift up. You can go to the side. Really just sort of stretch out those abs. Wonderful. Right. Hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see you very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. All right. Take care.